The boating market is in free fall. Powerboat sales down 9%, pontoons down 11%, stern drives cratering 20%. Dealers can't move inventory for 71 days. A $1.4 billion gap is ripping through the industry. But inside this collapse sit three cheap boats most buyers completely ignore, holding their value better than almost anything else afloat. Why they're absolute gold mines comes down to something most shoppers never think to check. Rows of shrink-wrapped pontoons and powerboats now sit untouched at dealerships across the country. The numbers are blunt. New powerboat sales are down 9%, pontoons have fallen 11%, and stern drives have cratered by 20%. Dealers are watching inventory pile up, with the average boat sitting on the lot for 71 days, almost double the pre-2022 norm. For many, that means more than 2 months of storage fees, insurance hikes, and fading price tags before a single sale. One Midwest dealer, interviewed in January, described boats stacked 3 deep, covers going brittle, and no serious buyers walking in the door in Lund. This isn't just a blip. The National Marine Manufacturers Association confirms a $1.4 billion shortfall in market value compared to projections. The average transaction price for new powerboats has slipped 4 to 6% in the past year, and dealers have responded with discounts that would have been unthinkable just 2 seasons ago, some slashing up to 25% off sticker to clear out last year's models. Storage lots, once a sign of healthy preseason stock, now look like holding pens for unsold dreams. Faded, handwritten markdowns, and pollen-streaked hulls tell the real story. The leverage has shifted. Buyers hold the cards, and dealers know it. The glut isn't limited to one region, Sunbelt states. The Great Lakes and the Pacific Northwest all report similar logjams, each shaped by local fuel prices and shifting buyer habits. For anyone with cash or pre-approved financing, the negotiating power is real and immediate. The market's pain has become the sharpest opportunity in more than a decade. Buyers aren't just hesitating because of sticker shock, they're running headlong into a financing wall. The average rate for a 60-month boat loan now sits at 8.4%, up from 5.9% just 3 years ago. For most families, that means an extra $90 to $150 every month on a typical payment plan. Lender surveys in early 2026 show a direct, powerful link between these rising rates and shrinking new boat orders. The correlation coefficient stands at -0.71, an unmistakable sign that as borrowing costs climb, demand falls off a cliff. Dealers are feeling the squeeze from both sides. They're slashing prices, but higher rates erase much of the perceived savings. In some cases, even a 25% markdown can't offset the jump in monthly payments. The result is a standstill. Boats linger on lots, and would-be buyers walk away or shift their focus to used models where loan terms are more flexible or cash sales are possible. The financing crunch is now the single biggest drag on sales momentum, according to both industry analysts and dealer floor reports. For shoppers with strong credit or cash in hand, the leverage is unprecedented. Dealers, faced with mounting storage fees and insurance hikes, are more willing than ever to negotiate below book value. The market's pain is real, but for the right buyer, these conditions have cracked open value gaps that haven't existed in over a decade. Lund's aluminum boats stand out as the rare exception in a market where most values are tumbling. Recent listing surveys reveal a striking price gap. Well-kept Lund 1775 and 1875 models from 2018 to 2021 routinely trade between $22,000 and $32,000 used, while a new 2025 Impact XS with a Mercury 115 commands anywhere from $48,000 to $65,000. That's a $20,000 to $35,000 difference for boats that, by every structural measure, are nearly identical. The math is hard to ignore. Owners are recouping 80 to 85% of their original purchase price after 3 to 5 years, a retention rate that leaves most fiberglass and even other aluminum brands far behind. A Midwest dealer owner, who's watched the cycle play out for decades, puts it plainly. If you buy a Lund today, you're not just getting a boat, you're locking in value. I have buyers waiting for clean trades. Most sell in days, not weeks. This isn't sales talk. Owner surveys conducted by the Lund Dealers Association back it up. Nearly 70% of respondents reported selling their boat for at least 85% of what they paid after 6 years of use. What drives this? The answer starts in the hull. Lund uses 5052 H34 marine-grade aluminum, a high-tensile alloy prized for its corrosion resistance and strength. Every seam is double riveted for redundancy, and the hull is reinforced with continuous I-beam framing, features rarely found below the premium price tier. The transom, a common failure point in lesser boats, is built from high-density composite and covered by a lifetime guarantee. For buyers, this translates to less worry about rot, impact damage, or hidden repair bills down the road. In a market where most boats are losing value by the week, Lund's build quality and resale track record create a pocket of stability and a clear edge for anyone looking to buy smart while the window is open. Hidden costs can turn a budget boat into a money pit. And nowhere is that clearer than in the story of core rot. A marine surveyor, called in to check a seemingly pristine $24,000 center console, found 10% moisture in the stringers. The owner was staring down an $8,000 repair bill for transom and stringer replacement, costs that can wipe out any savings from a low sticker price. That's where the Carolina Skiff JVX stands apart. Its hull, deck, and transom are built entirely without wood, no plywood, no balsa, nothing for water to creep into and destroy. Survey reports on used JVX models consistently show 0% moisture content, even after years of saltwater use. The practical impact is real. Owners of older fiberglass boats often face hidden rot that only a surveyor's meter can find. But JVX buyers skip that anxiety and the costly remediation. A 2025 pre-owned JVX 21 with a Yamaha 150 routinely lists for $35,000 to $40,000. Compare that to a Boston Whaler or Grady White of the same size and vintage, where asking prices land between $65,000 and $90,000. And you're looking at a gap of $30,000 to $50,000 for boats that, on the water, deliver similar performance. The JVX's shallow draft, just 6 to 8 inches, lets it slip into flats and backwaters where deeper boats can't go. That means more fishing days and fewer worries about running aground. For buyers, the equation is simple: no rot, no surprise repair bills, and access to water that pricier boats can't reach. In a market where every dollar counts, the JVX's wood-free construction and shallow draft utility offer real-world savings and flexibility that most overlook. Sea Hunt's Game Fish series has rewritten the rulebook for affordable offshore performance. For nearly 2 decades, Sea Hunt has outsold every other saltwater boat line in the country, a streak that stretches to 18 consecutive years, according to National Marine Manufacturers Association rankings. That kind of run is not built on marketing alone. Tournament anglers who once eyed Sea Hunt with skepticism now tell a different story. Jeff Miller, a Gulf Coast competitor, recalls running his Game Fish 27 out to the dry Tortugas and matching speeds with boats costing twice as much. With a 200 horsepower Suzuki, he clocked 28 knots while burning just 12 gallons per hour, numbers that keep fuel bills in check across a full offshore season. Owner anecdotes echo the same theme: tight handling, reliable hulls, and a ride that holds its own against brands with much steeper price tags. The used market sharpens that advantage. A model from 2019 to 2021. Gamefish 25 typically trades between $65,000 and $85,000, less than half the price of a comparable Boston Whaler 250 Outrage, which regularly lists north of $150,000 for similar power and electronics. That price gap is not the only reason Sea Hunt stands out. Over nearly 30 years, the company has logged just 13 Coast Guard recalls, with only one classified as high severity. For buyers weighing risk, that is a track record few competitors can match. The math is hard to ignore. Sea Hunt delivers premium offshore capability, a strong safety record, and real-world resale value at a price point that leaves room for upgrades or extra gear. In a market where every dollar matters, this is the kind of overlooked goldmine that rarely lasts long once the word gets out. Right now, buyers hold all the leverage. As new boat prices tumble and overlooked models like Lund, Carolina Skiff, and Sea Hunt outperform on durability and value. Waiting means missing the sharpest price-to-quality gap in years. The real goldmine isn't hype, it's timing. Let me know your thoughts below.